I'm excited.
All right, we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the best live show in all of live shows following the Wolf Hotel series, Tempt Me and Break Me. If you are here, go ahead and comment. Let us know you're here. I want to know what you're reading right now,
In the comments?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Let me make sure we're live. Okay, there we go.
What about you guys? What are y'all reading right now?
What are you reading, McKay? You go first.
I am not reading anything right now. I finished Mercy like literally 2 hours ago by Sarah Kate. Loved it. 5 stars. My favorite of the whole series. No stupid third act breakup moment. Like I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about Bo and Maggie and like the first reverse age gap that I've really, really liked because normally I don't like that as much. But I loved it. It was so good. So I don't know what I'm going to read next. I haven't decided yet. So we'll see.
Okay.
I gave Mercy when I read it on the last week of August. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was really good. I'm reading Dark Notes by Pam Godwin. I have like 100 pages left. I'm so glad. I was feeling slumpy, and I'm glad I picked that one up because I'm really liking that one. What
about you, Jess?
I'm reading Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings and Sin and Discipline by Lily White.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're both really good.
What are you reading?
People on. I am reading Crash Course by Alyssa Wilde or something. Supposedly it's like Sweet Dandelion.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly. It's really good so far. It's really good. So far.
Yeah.
All right, so lots of people still reading K.A. Tucker's books, The Never King. All right, so I'm really excited for this. I saw y'all's Goodreads reviews. How do we want to start this? I guess we could kind of talk about what we rated them first.
Okay.
And then give a little bit of insight. You want to like do both of them at the same time or like start with Tempt Me? What do we want to do?
Should we start with one and then go into the other?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They're very different, so.
They are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so Tempt Me. 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars.
Okay. I did 3.5.
What did you do on Goodreads? Did you round up or down?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I gave it 4.
I went back and forth on that rating for a while. Like it took me a whole day to figure out what I wanted to rate it.
Yeah. What about you, Jess? What did you rate it?
2.5.
What? Oh my god!
I want a 3, but I was writing my review and I was like, no. But I did like book 2 better. But
okay,
so barely there. So
what did you not like about Tempt Me?
I was talking to Tori a little bit about this. I don't love how she was just this like innocent, virginal Christian girl, and then like super played that, and then like I don't know. That's why I liked it better book 2 when she was like getting with other people. I was like, thank you for like I don't know. I just didn't like that whole persona of her. Yeah. And like I'm not pretty. How can they think I'm pretty? And then how many times she talked about her big boobs? I'm like, I don't care. All the time. It was just everything was annoying me about that book. But
I mean they were big. Like
yeah, I know. Because she said it like 20 times in one book.
She's told all the time about them.
All the time. Oh my god.
What about you, Tori? What did you not like about it?
It was okay, so with series like this where it's 4 books that follows the couple, I know that there's going to be character growth, and I feel like for women most authors will take it and make them this innocent virginal character in the first book, and it makes me so mad, but like I have to hold on that it's going to get better and she's going to grow over the course of the 4 books that we're going to read. So I gave it 3.5 stars. I think I originally texted you, Jess. I think I said just 4. And then the more I sat on it, I'm like, okay, there was like half and half things I loved and things that were Like there wasn't anything awful to me. Like, I hated it, but it was more just that virginal, the Christian thing. And I was like, let go of your ex, girl. Like, he does not care about you. Like, I just wanted her to just chop it off. But it's hard when they're drawn out like that over 4 books, because I know I can feel it, like, just with the second book where she's going.
Yeah, it was definitely very much like the start of a series, and you could tell that. And I think that's kind of the flow it had.
Yeah.
So what do you think about like Connor and Ronan and all that?
I want just their book. Like,
No!
go with them. You 3 can have your happily ever after. Like,
No!
I do not care about Henry.
What, Jessica? I am not going to say your last name on the internet, but Jessica? Don't talk about my Henry.
Like Henry? Like, well, first of all, like, he doesn't have a point of view, which I feel like is also kind of distancing me from him, because I don't get him totally still. But like Connor and Ronan, even Michael, is his name Michael, the masseuse? I was like, yes, like these men deserve you, not the guy who will not communicate.
He comes around. We'll get there. We'll get there. Just give him time. He's got to he's got to come into himself.
I do like how we were introduced to Henry, how he was like this lumberjack. I was like, this is our hero. I thought he was supposed to be a billionaire. And then he shows up to like the meeting or whatever, and he's like freshly shaved with the suit. And I was like, yeah, this is my type of man.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked him. He was okay in book 1. I do wish we got his point of view, just so I can see what he's thinking. But I love him in book 2. Did I say book 2? I meant book 1. I love him in book 2.
There, I mean the end, but I feel like he was barely in book 2.
That I wish we got his point of view, because I wanted to see what he was doing. But when we got to the end of book 2, I was like, oh my God, I love you.
So like, what do you think about Abby and like how she's constantly caught in awkward situations, like the bathroom encounters and stuff like that with Henry? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or she's always like a voyeur, basically.
Oh, I love it. I think it's
like. Go ahead, Tori.
I was just gonna say, it's like open at the beginning. It was like opening her eyes, because she hasn't ever had that experience before. So it's a nice like, peekaboo, this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, Dorian came up and he had a Polly Pocket piece. So I was like, where did you find that? So, but like my nephew's room was open downstairs. Anyways, wait, are we talking about rankings or the voyeur scene? Or all of the voyeurs?
All of it. Tempt Me.
I always thought it was ironic that she was always finding herself in like voyeuristic situations. And I was like, does this actually happen that much in real life? I don't think so.
That's what someone just said in the comments.
Oh, did they? It's like, maybe I'm just living a boring life, which it's like, okay. But I get what you guys were saying though about her being like annoying in this first book. I also agree. That was why this one I don't love as much. This is the only one in the series that I gave 4 stars. And Tori, like when you were saying about how you don't like that everyone has to, or that she had to start like super virginal, innocent kind of vibes in order to have character growth. I do think in this, I do kind of like, especially in like the 3rd book when she's deconstructing like everything that she's been taught to believe since she was younger. I like seeing that.
Yeah,
but
it makes sense.
Like she's annoying in this one, like straight up, she annoys me. So
yeah,
that's why I'm holding on hope. I know some people were like, I got a DNF, and I was like, because someone asked, they were like, would you DNF if you weren't doing the read along? And I maybe would say that in the first book just because of how she is. But I know that you guys love it, so I'm like, okay, there has to be something in these other books. All of them, everyone, all the time. The bikini waxing scene, I was like, damn, you just went in there and just let her do it. Like, oh my God.
Although, can I say, not that this is like the same, like I'm not trying to say that the Disney college program is like this, but I will say that I feel like that's like, it's not so out of the realm because you have like a bunch of kids in college again, kind of like this. You're in like a remote space. You're very much like, even though you're all working at this one place, you're very much like removed from everything and like in your own little community. So like,
what's going on at Disney?
I feel like if you are reading this and you're like, wow, Abby's really having an experience, go to the Disney college program.
Like, or not, or don't.
Or don't want to have that experience. definitely don't do that. But.
It is kind of like that. Like when someone who comes from like a small town goes to like a big college and they're exposed to all these different things and cultures and experiences and people, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? It's very similar to that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her mom was very extra and very difficult, but I don't know. Like, I think you kind of needed a character like that to like shake things up a little bit. I think that kind of made it better. But I love the scenery, like being in Alaska. I think it's really different, especially for a billionaire romance. And like even throughout the entire series, you see so much of it and how it's just a big part of the story, which I love that.
Yeah.
And it's K.A. Tucker's more steamier series. So we're going to have like a lot of unnecessary sex and unnecessary hooking up. And I am just not mad about that. It didn't bother me.
Oh, yeah. I love that part of it.
And it gets even steamier. So if you don't like what you're reading now, it's going to get even hotter. So, okay. So let's talk Break Me too, because I just want to talk about this truck scene. Did you get to the truck scene?
Why I love those two the best. I'm like, just leave Henry in the dust.
No.
Like, okay.
You guys.
No. But Connor and Ronan are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, separately, I love that. I was like, yes, you do that. You say fuck Henry and do what you want. But like at the end of it, I want her to be with Henry.
But she needs to like get it out of her system. She needed to like
appreciated.
Yes, to experiment. That way she like had a chance to have all of those experiences before committing to him or even trying to work on anything with him.
Yeah.
And she really went with it.
What was your rating, Jess, for book 2?
I gave book 2 4 stars, and I like what you guys asked. I probably would have DNF'd after the first book because I was just like, this heroine's annoying. I don't care about the hero. Like, is this going to go on for 4 books? But I like the fact that she went and explored other relationships. So, like, yeah, she was that innocent, virginal character in the beginning, but she is definitely deviating from that. And it's not just the guy who gets to sleep around. Like, she is also able to do that too, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
I
do love Ronan. I think the way that he knows the reason why she's doing it. And when Henry comes like back into the picture, he was just like, I can't do anything about it. And I was like, oh, that's really sad. That's really sad. But I think of it as like a pendulum. So book 1 was like all the way over here. She's like not doing anything, super virginal. And then book 2, she just was like balls to the wall, swung to the other way. It was like, I'm going to have sex with whoever I want and do whatever I want.
Yeah.
All the time.
What about this part? Did you like this scene?
That was
Is he going to figure out about it though?
I don't think so. Or yes, he does. He does.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, do they have cameras everywhere? Like, did he? Okay. I was like, there's no way you're getting away with this.
Yeah, but you know what? That's one thing that I love about him is because he is super like, I want you to have these experiences before you even commit to anything with me because I'm not sharing you. So get it out right now. And I mean, I think that's kind of immature or kind of mature in a way. Like he's not putting claim on her yet. He's like, I don't want you to have regrets. I want you to be able to like commit to me fully and not look back and like resent me for it because I've been so experienced and you haven't.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, because I know that's like a deal breaker for people. If after the 2 people have already met, if they ever sleep with someone else, even if they're like broken up, did you guys care? Because I was like, no. Get it?
Nope, it didn't bother me.
I like cheating in books, so
yeah.
I don't know if I count that like as cheating.
Yeah.
No, because they're not.
Yeah, because they're not together. Now I would have been mad if like Henry left and like they didn't have the conversation before where they basically broke up, and then she did that. I would be really pissed.
Yeah.
Because in his head, like they were still together. You know.
Yeah. But like. But do you agree with like the fact that the writing is very addicting? I mean, you can see how it's an addicting series, even if you don't.
I almost picked up the 3rd book, but I was like, okay, Hoopla doesn't have the audio. I don't want to buy the audio, so I'm just gonna binge books 3 and 4 back to back this weekend or next weekend. I haven't decided which weekend. Oh, it's not gonna be next weekend because we had a readathon. This weekend I'll binge it.
Well, and they're so short too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The audios are like less than 8 hours, which is like. Not very long.
They were very fast.
Yeah, I think well, McKay, you can kind of like testify to this too. I think in the third book is where she's kind of like starting to reevaluate her life.
Mhm.
She's starting to like readjust her morals. What does she want out of her future, about the people that she puts herself around, and where she's going with all of this. And she like takes kind of like a sabbatical in a way that is needed, and you get to see like a whole different side of her life.
Yeah, and she stops kind of having other people tell her how she's going to like go about things, and really takes ownership of her life, and like takes on the more like this takes the steering wheel a little bit more than like Henry or anyone else has really had in her life. So
yeah, I'm excited about that because I like it when we get to see not only character growth, but like the breakdown of the before and the after character, or the before and then like moving forward character. So
I will say there's a character in book 3 and 4 who's one of my absolute favorites. McKay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
is it
Margot. Okay, you're gonna love Margot. She makes everything so much better. Like I
was not your opinion, but Margot is a real one.
She shakes things up.
Yeah.
She's
in a good way or a bad way? That makes me nervous.
Well, you're not gonna like her at first. Okay. But then you're gonna love her. So you just gotta keep going.
Then they visit her palace, and all is well.
I don't even.
That's that scene we were talking about in the last book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's real good.
But I am really excited because I think
yeah, miscommunication. I feel like that's kind of a given though in series too, especially like Billionaire. They always are terrible at communicating.
And I felt like the miscommunication in book 2 wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Usually
But
that bugs me.
He made her believe that he cheated, which I can see was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
I mean, I wasn't annoyed by it because then she got to go off and have fun, and I was like, "Yes, go do that." But
don't you think he was just kind of like wanting her to trust him and not ask about it? Like,
that's how I saw it. That's how I saw it, because it wasn't like, I mean, he did kind of like push it a little too far to like he was poking her. He was like, "Yeah, I did this," kind of a thing. But at the same time, like, I think it was still too early for her to build that trust anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as he wanted her to trust him, I think it was way too early for her. Like, it's weird because like there are things that happen in the book that usually I can be like, well, no, I'd like it better if it went this way. But there are things that are happening that have to happen for them to grow separately and then hopefully together in the next couple books.
Yeah. Oh, there's all the audiobooks on it.
Okay.
What do you guys think of the brother?
I hate him.
Yeah. In some ways, I thought he was really unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't really in it a lot. I feel like he was just there to create drama for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like the random like people that were coming to show up, like what were their jobs? That one lady, what was her name? I can't remember. The one that had the elevator incident, like where Abby saw them in the lobby walking into her. I don't even remember who she was or what she did, but I'm like, really? What's your point? What's your purpose? Yeah, I get it. I think Sam gave the first book 4 stars too, right? And then what'd she rate the rest of them? Does anybody know?
Did you listen to the audio?
No.
I do think that the narrator made her sound even younger, especially like hearing her say mama out loud, like about her mother. And so I'm like, she sounds like she's like 18 or 17 with, how old is Henry? Did they say how old he was?
Is he like
is it 28 or something, like in his late 20s?
Okay.
Yeah. There's not a big age gap. It's not huge.
Right. She sounded a lot younger than she is. Because she's what, 21?
think so.
20, right? 20?
Because did she turn 21 in one of the other books?
I don't think she's 21 yet.
Okay.
I didn't think she was like in her teens. I didn't think she was
I thought it was between her senior and junior and senior year.
Okay, so then maybe she's older. Maybe she's Yeah,
So
maybe
that's
she's 21 or 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to think if she drinks or not, but I don't remember her drinking at all.
Yeah.
In the book, she drank.
Oh.
When she first met Henry, she was drunk. But I mean,
Oh, yes.
she never drank because of her Christian college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's 21 and he's 31. She just seemed a lot younger than 21, so that's also why I didn't really love her in the first book.
I'm trying to see what Sam rated this book, but
Yeah, I didn't really think that the miscommunication was bad. I thought she was just like finally doing her own thing and not.
It led to like necessary
Yeah.
action on her part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that bad.
Yeah,
it was
I
just,
think
it was,
book one was with like the whole job situation and then her assuming things and then who else was around. Okay, I'm getting way behind on this.
it was just one of those things with the miscommunication, because I'm a big critic of miscommunication when it doesn't need to happen. And if you think about it, she herself is very immature for being only 21 because of her background and virginal and innocent and Christian, stuff like that. So if someone comes up to her, she's very naive and she's very gullible. If someone says with conviction, this happened, she's going to take it and she's not going to hear anything else. So she's automatically going to blame instead of actually going to go talk to her. That's something of being immature, not being in a relationship. Like, that makes sense in my head. So that's why I didn't think the miscommunication was bad, because there was, it was in character for her. Like, it made sense.
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
I think that if no one I knew read book like the whole series and told me how good it gets, I don't think I would have continued.
Okay. Yeah, and I get that. I think that this is definitely not a series that's for everybody. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, or it's gonna be just like an easy, fun read that you're not gonna rate very high because it's just entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And I think I read it for the first time like maybe 2 years ago. So it wasn't like back in Crossfire days or anything like that. So I still think it felt relevant and like modern to the time that we're in. I didn't think it felt dated.
No.
I will say I wish that she would do 2 big books. I say big, but like 2 books. I feel like book 1 and book 2 are one. I don't know about 3 and 4 yet, but I wish that if they were together, I feel like I would rate books, like if 1 and 2 were one book, I feel like I would rate that, if I read it straight through, like a 4.5 star. It would be a lot higher because I would get to see her being super innocent and then that transition period. And then 3, we finally, it seems like we get the rest, obviously. So,
Yeah.
See, I love that there's 4 because I love having like shorter books because I feel like then I fly through them faster, and then also more towards my reading count. So like, thank you for splitting it up into 4. I'm trying to hit 200 K.A. Tucker. You're blessing me with this.
I don't know when it was released.
Based on the covers, I feel like it's trying to be those vibes, though. Like, it's very Crossfire cover.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm surprised
2020.
she's never made like alternative covers for it.
2020, April 2020.
I mean,
Okay.
she did change the author name to back to K.A. Tucker from Nina West.
I love the covers. I'm a sucker for those type of like 50 Shades Crossfire series covers. Like, if I see a book that has a decent blurb with a cover like that, I will grab it.
Yeah.
It gives me that nostalgic feeling. I don't know.
She changed her covers for the Empire Nightclub, her other series that she published under Nina West. Those had like shirtless guys, and then she changed those to all being like a martini glass, like similar to like the Break Me cover. They have like similar vibes to that.
She renamed it too, right? Like now it's something else. It used to be I'm not even gonna try to say it because I don't even remember. I don't know, it used to be something and then she renamed it. Okay, I'm way behind. Okay, so that was kind of a bust for almost everybody. I'm sad.
No, don't be sad. I'm excited to continue. Yeah.
What? What'd you say?
I said book 2's better.
What did you say? Book 2's better. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, book 1 was like a huge miss, but I really liked book 2.
I don't know. Now I'm like thinking about it. I feel like is book 2 like a 4.5 star? I don't know. I feel like the more I talk about it, I'm like justifying so much that she did. I don't know.
I did my tier ranking video for the past 4 months. So I'm doing them like thirds of the year. And Break Me, I put in God tier. I had like barely any God tier. And finally I was like, you know what? I need some. And Break Me, I'm like, I loved that book. Like looking back in retrospect, I like the more I sit on it, the more I love it.
This is the original cover.
Yes, I know. Wolf
Of
bait.
Tempt Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes I still see that and I'm like, what is that?
I hate it, but
Yeah. Why would you call it wolf bait?
because she's bait to him.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's always like, oh, she's a redhead. She is so unique. Like every single romance.
When they make that a personality trait, someone being a redhead, I'm like,
Don't even get me started. I'm gonna lower my rating for these damn books. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
You better watch it.
Just kidding.
Book 4 is
Anybody have anybody else or anything else to say? Because everybody's like,
I'm actually sad that people didn't like. Not that my rating was low, like 3.5, 4 stars, 4.5, whatever. Like those are pretty high ratings. Sam, I just looked it up. Sam gave book 2 4 stars, which 4 stars for Sam is like a 5-star for some of us. So
yeah.
So it makes sense. But I don't know. I feel sad that people like gave it 2 and like 1 star when I saw someone gave something a 1.5 star and like 3 stars.
I think some people cannot see past like what's gonna happen next. They can't, you know, they can't think ahead. They can't give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, they're definitely gonna.
This is book 2.
I kind of love that cover, but I hate the name.
Yeah, the cover.
It reminds me of the Managed cover. The guy on Managed.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
But I just think this series is like pushing people out of their comfort zone because like I probably wouldn't have continued on to book 2 and I love book 2. So
But that shows you have to keep going. You can't just like give up.
I also though do not love series that follow the same couple. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
There's so few. Like I feel like there's not that many that get this many books, like 4 or 5. Like that's why same with the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, like getting 10 books following 6 people. Ugh, I love it.
Listen, if they would have changed that shit around and Lily and Lo would have got 2 books and Daisy and Bright would have got 5, I would have been happy. Would have been so happy.
Okay, this is a good question. What would you have changed about book 1 to make it a higher star rating?
I think if book 1 and book 2 were combined and I got that story in one book, so I could see her not be just completely innocent, virginal character, then I would have given it a higher rating.
Yeah. Do you think they overdid the Christian virgin thing, or do you like you did?
Yeah, well, Monica made a point. I don't remember where it was because Monica said she had a very similar background as the heroine, and she wasn't like as overtly naive. She like knew nothing, and you're like, is that really accurate? It just felt like very stereotypical. Like that's what she was. So, which I didn't know going in. That's what
I don't know. I feel like. Not that it's justifiable, but I feel like I know someone in real life that is like that. She's my cousin. And her parents have sheltered her and they make her go to church every Sunday and she does all this. So when we go visit, it's so hard because I can't like cuss around her because she thinks like every cuss word is just like the devil. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like she went off to college and she's having a hard time because she is living at home, but she's going on campus and she comes home like, oh my God, this person said this and I saw this and I saw that. And I'm like, this is real life, girl. Like, this is just a little start of it. But she is extremely naive and she is extremely gullible. So there are people out there like that. few and far between, I feel like. But like, I know someone like that, so I don't think it was overdoing it. That's just because I know someone in real life that is.
But I also like that she didn't try to pretend like she knew more than she did. I mean, she was just straight up like, I don't even know what that is. I mean, you're gonna have to show me or teach me or something because I'm not gonna pretend like I know.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's better than like her walking in there trying to be act like a hoochie mama when she don't even know what hoochie is. Well, she probably knows. She obviously knows what hoochie is. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. I love Henry. He's a character that, like a book boyfriend that I'm like, okay, he's kind of like getting across for me. Like I love him.
Mackie.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that Sam liked this series.
Really?
I'm surprised she liked it. I don't know. She's picky. I never know what she's gonna like.
True.
But like, I mean, she hated Crossfire, and this is like billionaire romance.
See, Mackie, my problem is I see red flags and I just
Don't care.
Don't look at them. Just don't look at them. Don't look at them and they don't exist.
She wanted.
Is there any? She did, but yeah. Was it Is there any BDSM in this book? Like in the other book, like the book 3 and 4?
Not really. No.
I just didn't know if that was like an aspect that would be brought in or not.
No, just like extra dirty talk.
Yeah, and you'll get another little maybe you don't like it. Yeah, but there's another little like threes a crowd kind of scene that'll happen in book 4.
Yeah, she's always getting herself in positions like that. Margot is a huge influence on her experimenting in a good way. But that's like when Henry comes around more and you see Henry like pushing her like while he's there, like, go ahead, like I'm right here, like if you need anything, I got you, girl.
I love that. I really love that.
He's very like he wants her to explore herself because he knows that she's been sheltered so much, and he's very supportive of that. And I like that about him. He's a level-headed kind of guy in that sense, where it's not like he's like someone looks in her direction and he like flips out that someone else might be looking at her like that. He's like, "Oh, are you looking at someone else like that? Let's talk about it,"
I know this is something that I really would want to see, like maybe in the interview with K.A. Tucker, like asking her about if she ever thought about writing Henry's POV, even like kind of like what Lucia did with Kova and Rhea, where you got to see like, the deleted scenes or inside their head a little bit more. Because that would be really interesting to read and see what his process was, especially like seeing from where she came from and like what her home life was and like jumping into a relationship with a girl like that.
I will say I love it that you can tell at the end of book 2 that he like wasn't mad. Like, and I felt like she was putting a lot of guilt on herself that she didn't really need to, but it does make sense. I don't know. And also when he was like, the private plane's here and she was on it, I was like, Henry, get on that plane. Why is she waiting? And then I thought, oh, the plane's waiting for him to get there. And when they got to where her dad was, and I was like, Henry needs to stay. He cannot leave her. Her family is going to influence her to stay. She's never going to go back. Like, these are the things that were in my head while I was reading, like, the end of book 2. I love it that he, like, set everything.
Wait, so remind me what happens at the end of book 2. What is the last part?
At the end, her dad has that accident. They fly out. Well, she was going to take a commercial flight. He has his charter plane or whatever. He comes on the ferry and they go together. And there's something.
Because that's the first time she's seen him since he's come out. Yes. Okay.
Okay. He knows everything.
Yeah.
And I really liked how he didn't fire Michael like she thought.
Yeah.
He actually had promoted Michael to get him away, but like he wasn't that petty that he would just like fire him. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lot of a great guy.
And giving her his private jet. Like, kill the earth, Henry, but also I'd do it too. So
but like you can tell because he doesn't do that with anybody else. So I think that's what made it so sweet was how caring he was towards her when he didn't really have to be. Who would you guys cast for them?
I really Ronan though in the next books.
You what?
Are Connor and Ronan in the next books?
Yes. They're yeah, they are. They are. Not as much.
Yeah,
Not as,
bits of them.
Are they in
They're never gonna finish what they started in the truck scene though.
Okay.
So
yeah, but okay. Is it book 4, McKay? The Shed?
I think so. That up here permanently. I think so. I think that's book 4. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
With Connor and Ronan?
No, but
It's like a I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It's
they're
too
like
good.
they're aware. I don't know.
Okay, can I say it? It's not anything like crazy. No, I shouldn't
Will
say
you
it.
gonna spoil the moment for us?
Yeah, it might spoil it. So.
Yeah, let
Okay.
him experience it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll let you.
It'll
explain.
encourage us to finish the series.
Okay, but who would you
Well,
who did
I
you
don't
picture in your head for them?
I don't picture actors.
I don't either.
You know?
I literally just take how they're described
Mm-hmm.
and I just like put it in my head. I don't know. Like I don't have a person.
Yeah, I was kind of getting like James Lafferty vibes.
Oh, I love him. Nathan Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just like the dark, like, but not, I mean, James Lafferty wasn't very like, he didn't have like the blue collar and like businessy type, but just his, that man is delicious. So.
Oh, he looks like a lumberjack.
You don't know who James Lafferty is. Are you Googling him?
Yeah, I had to. I don't know who that is.
Did you watch One Tree
Here with
Hill?
Nathan Scott?
Yes.
One Tree Hill?
Mhm.
No.
You didn't watch One Tree Hill?
No.
Oh, Lord.
Does he
have
look
mercy.
different now? I have
This
like
is-
20-year-old James Lafferty in my head.
Oh, no.
No, this
He's
is-
fine. He is fine.
Yeah.
He looks like a lumberjack there.
Tori, I feel like we need to watch One Tree Hill so that way you can experience the absolute unhingedness that was that show. But it
Such a
was
good
so
show.
good.
Yeah, and maybe we'll do a live show on that because
The whole season, though, series? That's long.
yeah, but it's so good. It's so good. I remember watching it for the first time and working and like having a heart attack at work because I had to pause it. Like every second I would like sneak into the closet at work and like watch it for a minute and then go back to work and then go back in the closet again. And I'm like, I'm gonna get fired for this show.
I remember at church youth group one night they made us watch the school shooting episode. And thinking back, like, why did we watch that in a church youth group? I don't know, but I had not seen the show before, so we watched that episode.
What kind of church were you going to?
I mean, I think that youth group was from a Methodist church, so I don't know. But yeah, so I watched that scene like out of context. So wild.
Oh my gosh. I'm so behind on these comments. We're just gonna keep going. Everybody see? Oh, what is going on here? Jess, you've seen it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like am I missing out or am I not? I don't know.
You're missing out.
Is it too far gone? I don't know.
He's never seen P.S. I Love You.
Oh, I forgot to watch that this weekend.
Seriously?
What's going on? McKay, you haven't either?
One of my mother's favorite movies.
Oh my gosh, it is the best movie. Gerard Butler is.
I do love Gerard Butler.
I mean, he's
so
not
good.
alive, but
Oh, Trudge. I love him in the movie in Olympus Has Fallen. I remember after I watched
Wait,
that.
Gerard Butler? Gerard Butler's alive.
no, in the movie.
Oh yeah, I was like,
He's
did he
dead.
die? And I didn't know.
No, he's alive. No, I'm saying in the movie, he's dead.
Yeah.
He dies?
Tragic.
Like that's the whole point of the movie.
Like you see him in the beginning. It's like a he gives her like almost like a scavenger hunt kind of thing to do for her life.
It's really sad.
It's
Oh, yeah, the Olympus
so good.
series movies are amazing with Gerard
I
Butler.
love those
I
movies.
love every
I
one of
re-
them.
Yeah, I recently rewatched Olympus Has Fallen like a few weekends back, and once again, I was like, "This is putting me in my want to be a Secret Service agent era." Like, I watched that. That was so
Yes.
fun.
Have you seen Law Abiding Citizen by him? That movie's so good too. Where like people murder his family and he goes and
Yeah, I've seen that one.
revenge kills them all.
No, but I love revenge killing. Like Peppermint, that one with Jennifer Garner when she revenge kills.
So
Oh,
good.
love that one.
So good. I don't even watch that many movies, but all the ones like that I watch. Okay. Well, anybody have anything else to say?
Don't DNF book 3 or 4.
Don't DNF book 3 or 4. There's some really good scenes in there
I'm
that
just
you're
happy-
gonna want to see. Huh?
I'm just happy they're shorter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is book 3 though. Like, look at that cover. Who is designing? This is 2020. Who is designing these covers?
No,
Like, I just want to know what the belt is.
because we were talking about the same thing last night on
But the
Out of
V
Bounds.
though.
Oh no, this is 2016. The new covers must have been 2020. She originally published this in 2016.
Yeah,
Sorry, go
look at this cover that Nyla K has that came out in 2020. Like,
Yes, that book is so good.
but but the cover is botched. Like that.
Yeah.
It
literally
looks like paranormal.
Yeah.
It's a bad.
This
cover.
actually, this series makes me like want to go to Alaska to like a resort.
I know. And get massages and Brazilians and steamy showers and hot tubs. And like,
Book 2, Bridge Street, 2020.
like see bears in the woods.
Go to Alaska. Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, we should do that.
That'd be fun.
I've never been.
What isn't it like?
Flight costs.
It's like Anchorage, right? It's not where it's near Anchorage, where the movie or where the book is.
I don't think it was because they have
Oh.
to. When she flew, she had to fly like in and then take another smaller plane. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I bought all that. I bought all the shirts and stuff.
All of them?
I bought the coffee mug and a shirt.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't buy a jacket. I live in Florida. I don't
Yeah,
know where it's
yeah, no.
I'm looking up the cost of a flight to Anchorage. Let's say from like a Thursday to a Monday. Let's see here. And I'm just ballparking in April. Not saying that that's when we're doing it. I'm just curious. Okay, Delta, load faster. $716 would be the cheapest flight. That's cheaper than the Book Bonanza flight that I've estimated. Yeah, the Book Bonanza ones that I've looked at, or like flights to Texas, are like $923 for next year.
Wait, are you
How long
looking
is
at
the
the
flight?
right airport?
I think yeah. Let me go back. I'll pull it up because that was June. What is it again? What are the dates again? June something to something.
23rd.
But we would look at maybe that Thursday to like that Monday. Would it be?
I'm doing Wednesday to Sunday.
Wednesday to Sunday. Okay. And it would be to what airport? Excuse me, is it again? Austin?
DFW, Dallas. Why do you keep looking at Austin?
I don't know. I'm dumb. Oh my God, guys. Today, once again, I cut this out. I mean, now I'm exposing myself in here. I literally forgot about the month of October in my video today. I straight up was like, and then I'll do September, November, and December. And I was like, wait. Forgot about October. It was like early in the morning. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Michaela, if people don't think you're dumb. $818 right now is the flight that I see.
Mine's
Mine's
400.
like 500 right now.
Oh, well, I'd be buying at 500. Jeez.
I need a ticket first.
Yeah, no,
True.
I was waiting until tickets went on sale before I bought a flight.
Yikes. Okay.
Summer is
All right.
almost-
That's all we got, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else. Thank you guys for watching and reading Tempt Me and Break Me. The next live show is going to be the 14th?
21st.
21st. The 21st. It's going to be the 21st on Tori's channel. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're going to read teach me, and surrender to me.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Thank you guys for joining, and we will see you later. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.